on the grind. It's game time. Light shine. All eyes on the line. Every move, every play. We define. Party lit. Feeling prime. From the bench to the field, we climb. Champion rise, this our time. No fear, no limits, we prime. Bring the heat. Watch it shine. This leg is on, we on grind. It's game time. Light shine, all eyes on the line. Every move, every play, we define. Heart be loud, feel the prime. From the bench to the field, we climb.
You're watching Indiana Boys High School basketball tonight on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network. In tonight's coverage presented by Abstract Technology Group, doing IT differently, making it simple. Dane Genda Funeral Home, putting family first. Fiberhawk, fast, affordable. Fiberhawk. Healthy Communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. The Frankfort Eagles Post 976, people helping people. And the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. Good evening, everybody. Alongside the great Joe Rook, my name is Rick Johnson. And Joe, tonight we have 4-0 Sheridan trying to keep their undefeated streak alive here tonight inside Case Arena as the Frankfort Hot Dogs look for their first win under first-year head coach Albert Hendricks. A fun Saturday night here with you, and all these folks are done with their finals, so all they can focus on is basketball and Christmas and the holiday season.
Excellent, absolutely. That's a good point. Happy holidays, everyone. I hope everyone's got their Christmas shopping in good line heading down the home stretch here. But, yes, we're looking forward to this evening's game. As you mentioned, Sheridan undefeated 4-0, coming in flying pretty high tonight, coming off an 80-47 victory last night against Eastern. Frankfort had a tough one last night at Greencastle, losing 81-44. So two teams kind of trending different directions. So hopefully Frankfort can get some positive steps tonight here against Sheridan.
This is our pregame show presented by Dane Genda Funeral Home, putting family first. And our first look at both of our squads tonight is presented by the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. As Joe just mentioned, Sheridan last night all over Eastern, put up 80 points, 80-47, under the direction of fourth-year head coach Bill Bowen. They're 4-0, 3-0 in the very competitive Hoosier Heartland Conference. And the big thing for them, they're on their best start since that 2012-2013 season. All these players back then, Joe, were in elementary school the last time that Sheridan started 4-0. They eventually got that record out to 6-0, and they're a really, really strong scoring ball club, and they share the ball efficiently as well.
Yeah, I mean, look at averaging 19 assists. That assist per game, 19. I mean, you just don't see that very often. That's a high number. That's an excellent number. That obviously means they're scoring the ball very well, too. So, yeah, Frankfort's going to have their work cut out for them on that end tonight.
For the Hot Dogs, they're led by the alumnus Albert Hendricks, comes over after 15 years as the head coach at Lebanon. First year for Frankfort as a member of the newly minted Monon Athletic Conference. A lot of familiar faces in there as well. But it's a youth movement of sorts here for the Hot Dogs. The varsity team 0-6. The JV team got a very nice 40-28 win earlier tonight. And last night, big news from the middle school ranks. Congratulations to the 8th grade boys basketball team at Frankfort, winning the inaugural Monon Athletic Conference Championship with a 56-53 win on the road at Western Boone.
That's a great picture right there. That's a great sign for Hot Dog fans here. Hopefully in the next few years, got some things coming up. And Coach Hendricks, I think, is a perfect coach, a great coach for that opportunity for Frankfort to kind of move forward, get things turned in the right direction. So I'm glad we showed that picture. Good for Hot Dog fans for things to come.
Let's get a look at our keys to victory tonight, presented by Tier 1 Meat Company, where every cut is elite and every customer is family.
Hey, I put number 1 on there, Hamilton. That's Devin Hamilton, the 6'3" senior for Sheridan.
Not the musical?
Yeah.
Not the musical?
Yeah,
okay.
Not the musical. Sure. But if you want to go the musical, we can. I could go that direction.
Potentially, by the end of the night, maybe.
But, hey, he comes in averaging 17.3 points a game, 7.3 rebounds a game, 6.3 assists a game. So, I mean, he just does a little bit of everything for Sheridan. Let's see what Frankfort has in store defensively for him tonight. Patience, the second thing I listed as a key. Sheridan coming in averaging 66, 67 points a game, while Frankfort's about 40 points a game. I think it's very, very important tonight that Frankfort has patience on the offensive end. Not to stall, but let's slow it down, get the good shots, and make sure try to keep Sheridan from getting away early. And the last thing, Charlie Beardsley, I think For Frankfort, he's the key tonight. Last game Monday night, ISC Sports, we had him here. He had 17 points, probably about 10 rebounds. He comes in averaging 10 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, so he's just a couple rebounds shy of a double-double. So I think Charlie is beginning to find his groove here. I think he's the key for the Hot Dogs tonight.
Another thing to keep your eyes on, we mentioned Sheridan scores the ball incredibly well. They're tied for the 10th most points per game in Class 2A, averaging 70 points a night. And as Joe mentioned, they put 80 on the board last night over on the outskirts of Kokomo against the Comets of Eastern. When we come back, we've got starting lineups, the officials, and the opening tip between Sheridan and Frankfort. So you're watching Hot Dog Boys Basketball on the ISC Sports Network and Hot Dog TV.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
In this town, game day starts long before kickoff. It's the work behind the scenes that makes champions. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we prep with the same focus, discipline, and pride as the hometown heroes we feed. From our block to your block, fuel every victory. Tier 1 Meat Company. Mission, feed the fans. Standard, champion quality. Scan the QR code for a game day upgrade.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
At Wampler's Disposal and Recycling, we take pride in offering waste management for commercial and residential clients. As an industry leader, Wampler's Disposal and Recycling brings the most professional and responsive collection service in the business. Since 1948, our family-owned and operated company has provided excellent service at competitive rates. We offer container rentals as well. Our longevity in the industry is a testament to our excellent service. We serve all of Clinton, Tippecanoe, Boone, Howard, and Carroll counties. For all your waste removal needs, call Wampler Services Incorporated today. You can reach us at 765-659-3721. Visit us online at wamplerservicesinc.com.
Beautiful rendition of our nation's anthem performed by the Frankfort High School Pep Band here tonight inside Case Arena. Let's go to the starting lineups presented tonight by Ardente Dental. Healthy Smiles start here. For the visitors, the Sheridan Blackhawks, a 4-0 overall record under the direction of fourth-year head coach Bill Bowen, his 26th season overall as a high school head coach in the state of Indiana. Starting at one guard's a 6'1 senior wearing number 12, Chance Spencer. He's averaging 7 points and 6 rebounds per game. Their leading scorer wears number 14. His name is Trey Page, a 6'2 junior, averaging number 2 in points per game, 16 points per game, but led them last night with 23 in the game win at Eastern. Number 15 is Jack Spearman, a 5'9 senior. He's averaging almost 12 points and 4 assists per game. Their leading scorer, rebounder, assist man, and leader in steals is number 24, Devin Hamilton, a 6'3 senior, averaging 17 points, 7 boards, 6 assists, and 2 steals a night. And the man in the middle, 6'7", 240 junior, wearing number 50, is John Crowder, 3 points and 3 rebounds for the first-year varsity player. On the other side for the home team, the Frankfort Hot Dogs, who are directed by Albert Hendricks in his first season, the Frankfort High School alum, as they in search of their first win here of the season. Starting at one guard, 6'2 junior, wearing number 1, Charlie Beardsley, leading scorer, rebounder, and leader in steals for the Dogs. At another guard is number 4, Jack Michael, a 5'10 senior. He's their leading assist man at just over 2 per night. At another guard is Matthew Berry, 5'8 senior, 8 points, almost 3 boards for the number 3 scorer for the Hot Dogs. Wearing number 12 is the 5'10 senior Lucas Wagner, last year's All-Sagamore Conference second-team pick. He's their leader in made threes with 6, and he's the second leading scorer at almost 8 per night. And rounding out the starting 5, the lone front court player, 6'2 senior Jaden McBee, wearing number 33, 5 points and 3 boards. He has surpassed every total from his statistical season a year ago as a junior. Those are your starters tonight for Sheridan and Frankfort. Officials this evening presented by Wampler's Disposal Service and Recycling, where recycling makes sense. Jeremy Horn, Mason Atha, and Sean Harmon.
Sheridan has excellent height up and down their lineup. They only have one person on their whole roster under 6 foot. Everybody else at least 6'1" or above, so that's impressive.
And you see the jostling for the opening tip, corralled by the 6'7" Crowder. Sheridan in the road black. So they look to pick up their 5th win to start the season. Up top, Pierman spying a 3, and he cans the very first one of the night. He's excellent out there, Joe. 62% from downtown for 15 in black.
Yeah, they worked that ball around inside out real quickly, and Pierman had a great look, knocked down his first 3 of the night.
First possession of the evening for Frankfort in the home white uniforms this evening. See Hamilton walking out in that extended man-to-man defense for the Blackhawks. Beardsley wanted the screen and roll with Wagner, denied by the defender Spencer.
Sheridan starting out, as you mentioned, in that man-to-man. I think it's very important. One of their keys was patience for Frankfort on the offensive end.
Trying to answer with a 3, and the Dogs do just that. Matthew Berry dialing it up from distance.
Good to see Frankfort's first three-pointer go down. Hopefully that's contagious tonight. Give a little confidence to everybody.
Berry shooting just 20% from downtown. This one does not go, but Hamilton able to get the putback off the page. 3-point miss.
Much too easy for Sheridan on that offensive rebound. Frankfort's got to block out.
Hamilton, a tough task down there. The leader in rebounds at just over 7 per game here for the Blackhawks. Wagner, who dealt with some calf issues a season ago, missed the game against Sheridan. McBee's 3 is off target and right in the midst of Spencer. Only Blackhawk men down there to get that rebound there on the defensive opportunity for Sheridan.
Frankfort starting out in the zone, which they have been playing most of the time this year, a zone defense.
Page can get the 3. Nice pass down low, and the roll off the rim, no good there from Spencer. It's Page missing his second 3 of the night. Let's get a look at the second, or the putback attempt there from Spencer, tapped out of bounds. Hamilton was in there, but last touch by the Dogs. Mid-range, Hamilton, swish. 4 in a row for him. An early stoppage as McBee was limping a little bit there at the top of your screen. You get a look at the top player this year for Sheridan, Devin Hamilton, has upped his points per game by about 7 after averaging just over 10 a season ago.
Yeah, he was definitely one of the guys that we keyed on here to start. Oh, got a quick turnover and easy 2 for Sheridan.
Spencer with the steal. Pierman with his 2-point field goal. He's up to 5. Sheridan's defense tenacious, and they started the year off with some high-octane defense against Carroll County's own Clinton Prairie to start the campaign.
Sheridan's been kind of hard on the Clinton County team so far. They've beaten Clinton Central and Clinton Prairie, so hopefully Frankfort can break that trend this evening.
They're trying to make a bid for the unofficial Kings of the County, which
they'll play Rossville in January.
Right.
Sheridan will, so they might
They
see what they can do here against everybody. So far, they're 2-0.
Yeah, they might take up residence here by the end of the month of January. You want to talk about guys that can light up the score. We talk about Hamilton, but you have Braden Teeley-Hahn over there at Roswell at 52 in the season opener against Delphi. So keep your eyes on him. Watching the ball here in Clinton County.
He has the score mentality, he does.
Barry at the controls has the lone points here so far for Frankfort as Pierman defends him all the way out near the timeline, and that defense forced him to step on the timeline. Excellent defense from the 5'9", Jax Pierman.
Yeah, that was good defense. The official, Barry's going to have to toughen that up because the official allowed him to get pushed out like that. So no foul, then you got to be a lot stronger with that basketball.
Frankfort into the zone, trying to force outside shots here for Sheridan. Pass falling out of bounds from Hamilton, and Page is deadly from that corner.
Sheridan does a great job, as we had mentioned, with that 19 assists per game. They find the open guy on their offensive end about every possession.
9 straight here for the Blackhawks. And a foul on the floor on the take there from Jack Michael. Reach and foul the big man, Crowder. And quickly
I
to the
think
bench.
that's one thing Jack Michael can do for Frankfurt. He has some athletic ability, quickness to get in there. I know it's got some height in there, but Frankfurt just cannot settle for all outside shots. They're going to have to drive the ball.
Baseline inbound. Beardsley, patient, can't get it off the window. The new man, Braden Wisman, has the rebound. Nice running the floor. Hamilton and a pass in transition found by Pierman.
That was a great assist. Hamilton already up to 6 points.
If you're Frankfurt, you have to find a way to start making some hay on the glass with the 6'7" Crowder, the tallest player on either team, sitting on the bench with 2 fouls. Michael actually made that. Barry goes in, and his attempt rolls off the iron.
Good drive by Barry, just didn't get the roll.
Page, cross court. They leave Hamilton open. Kick out wide open. Pierman can't dial it in from 3. Tapped and rebounded by Spencer after it was initially touched by Frankfurt. And a foul here on the Hot Dogs, and free throws coming for Sheridan for the first time tonight.
See the replay there. Charlie Beardsley did the tap. He's going to have to grab that ball with both hands. Tap's not going to do you much good with the height Sheridan has.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Frankfurt Eagles, Post 976, serving our community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, the Frankfurt Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, please visit FOE.com or stop by 408 North Main Street in Frankfurt. Spencer missed the first, makes the second. He's on the score sheet for the first time tonight. 30-second timeout here on the floor. Tonight's game is brought to you by Day and Genda Funeral Home with locations in Frankfort, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville. The compassionate and experienced staff at Day and Genda Funeral Home are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved one. For more information on our services and community involvement, please visit dayandgenda.com. Day and Genda Funeral Homes, where we put family first. Game got tied at 3 off that Barry 3, Joe, and then since then it has been all Sheridan since.
Yeah, for Sheridan, it's obviously a start you're looking for. Come in here to Case Arena, knocking down some shots, get up 15-3. For Frankfurt, not what you want. Plenty of time yet. Don't panic. Sheridan's been putting some full court pressure on here. Get the ball through this press, and let's get things set up and look for the shots that your Coach Hendricks has been talking about.
A fairly new series between these two teams, just the 6th all-time meeting in the last 40 years. And they've alternated wins and losses. Sheridan winning the first, then Frankfurt, Frankfurt, and Sheridan last year. Ironically enough, every team that's won so far has won on their home floor. So Frankfurt trying to keep that trend going here tonight inside Case Arena. McBee open down low, pass too high for him, but a pretty save from Pierman going behind the back. It's been an all Sheridan run here, and Page open in transition, and the deadly three-point shooter, Kansas, second in a row.
Page has got an excellent look at jump shot. Man, he gets that ball high, extends that. Good height on his shot.
He was the leading scorer last year for Sheridan. This year, Hamilton has surpassed him by a point a night, but Page still an excellent three-point shooter. Made 71 of those a season ago. Corner 3, no good from Wagner. A 1-on-2. Beardsley almost won it, but tapped into the hands of Page, and then Beardsley's going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, that's a tough foul there for Charlie. I mean, he's got the ball. Just go ahead and let it go. Save your fouls for later. 18-3. Frankfurt in the danger zone already with 3:29 here in the first quarter.
We saw last night for Sheridan, they used a couple of different monumental runs to really put that game out of reach by about halftime. They really put it out of reach with a big 14-0 run in the third quarter. Page again, and he is red hot from 3. He missed his first 2 of the night for Joe, but he's made 3 straight.
Man, I know that one there, that was a couple steps behind the line. That's not like right on your toe on the line or anything. So
Pierman trying to lock up Barry as he brings it to the front court. Hamilton helping in the double team.
I mean, Sheridan has Frankfurt's offense starting so high. They've pushed him way out there.
Beardsley tried to thread it through in the baseline. Tapped and intercepted by Wisman. Here come the Blackhawks. They've scored 18 straight over the last couple of minutes. Page trying to go 4 in a row. This one missed, and McBee has the board. Wagner attacking, spinning, over 2 defenders, good for a deuce.
Good move by Wagner, getting his first 2 of the evening.
That ends the almost 6-minute scoring drought here for the Hot Dogs. Hamilton's put back, no, but Spencer able to get it to drop on his second effort. 3 in double figures last night for Sheridan in the win at Eastern. More good defense there between Pierman and Hamilton, forcing a Frankfort turnover.
Frankfort with 4 quick turnovers here in the first quarter.
Subs in for both teams. Cameron Zhang in for Frankfort. Desh Donathan on for the Blackhawks. Lob, backside catch, and lay in there for Hamilton. Pretty run between him and Pierman.
Yeah, I think when Frankfurt went man-to-man, I think their eyes got real big. They saw that play coming a mile away. That was very pretty.
Taryn Emery bouncing off to McBee as he came in during a timeout. Attacking Barry, got into the paint. He's got to get out of there quick with that 3-second timer on him. Wagner trying to turn it on Page. Zhang bluffed the 3 out to the volleyball line, and Emery attacking, slivering, and that shot is deleted by Hamilton.
Yeah. Hamilton, I think he's listed at 6'3", but long arms, jumped really well. No problem getting off the floor to swat that thing.
Tried to block it with his elbow.
Yeah.
Kind of working down there on the block. And it's 3-2 zone look now here for Sheridan with Hamilton at the top of it. Long 3 goes halfway down and out for Barry. Loose ball fought for, turning over and saving it's Wisman, and Sheridan coming the other way. Less than a minute to go here in the opening stanza that's been dominated by the visitors. Hamilton trying to take Barry to the rack. He got fouled on the way there.
That's going to be a tough man-to-man matchup for anybody for Frankfurt. Barry gave him a little shove there.
Pyramid dealing on the baseline, finds Hamilton, a little short jump shot, and he banks it in off the glass. 7 in the opening quarter. Or excuse me, make it 10 here for Bierman. Final 33 seconds here, the opening quarter. Frankfurt trying to get something going towards the rim. Another shot block there, this one by Donathan. Pierman, corner, 3-ball, Donathan off the rim. Hamilton couldn't snatch it away from the pesky Matthew Barry of Frankfurt.
Frankfurt not sure of the time, I don't think.
Barry heaves it before the horn, couldn't bank it in, and that brings our opening quarter to a close. A sizable run for Sheridan has them ahead by 22 after 1 quarter play here from Case Arena. You're watching Indiana Boys High School basketball on the Hot Dog Network and the ISC Sports Network.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business-class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact FiberHawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
Frankfort Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
Tonight's game is presented by Healthy Communities of Clinton County. Healthy Communities of Clinton County offers free navigation services for all pregnant women. A licensed nurse is available to help you with free pregnancy tests and prenatal vitamins, insurance assistance, prenatal appointment assistance, smoking or vaping cessation, breastfeeding, labor, delivery, safe sleep, car seat, and newborn care education. Call Libby at 765-659-6063 for more information today. Second quarter underway here from Case Arena. Frankfort with the ball first. They trail by 22 to start things off here in the second. Driving and a good take on the opening play of the second quarter for Taryn Emery.
Nice drive. Little floater in the lane net by Emery. Gets Frankfort's 7th point of the evening.
Taryn averaging 3 points per game. Missed on the other end here for Sheridan. And a good start here, 30 seconds in for Frankfort. An easy bucket on the rim and a stop on the defensive end. Gino Valdez Mejia has entered at the bottom of your screen, wearing 24 in white. Emery trying to go 2 for 2, and his shot gets partially blocked out of bounds by Donathan.
If you're a Frankfort fan, down 20 points is not where you want to be here starting the second quarter, but I still, it's very important. I think Coach Hendricks will keep him patient and doing the right things.
As Jordan Brannon.
Yeah, Hamilton missed that 3, so Frankfort trying to reload here on the offensive end.
And that's not really Hamilton's game, now just 2 of 7 from three-point range coming in.
Yeah, he doesn't need to worry about three-pointers. Guy can get to the basket about any time he wants.
Wagner bouncing out to Beardsley. Catch and shoot 3, no. And there's Hamilton on the miss. Hamilton trying to go all 84 feet. Bumped into Emery, put it off the glass, and drew the foul. This guy is a pleasure to watch.
He is. He's a load, man. He did not have any trouble getting downhill quickly on that drive to the basket opportunity for a three-point play.
Foul on Emery, his first. Tonight's game brought to you by the Willow Creek Barn. Attention all engaged couples. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's best of weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside Frankfort, Indiana, our venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities. We provide the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. Free throw good for Hamilton. He's up to 13 points to lead the way here for all scorers. Beardsley puts it on the deck, got around his defender Donathan, just couldn't get the finish.
That's a good drive by Beardsley. He's got to do that. He can get around that guy. Got to go to the basket and finish.
Around a screen, Page doesn't need a lot of space, and he cans his 4th 3 of the night.
Wow, what a dynamic duo Page and Hamilton are for Sheridan.
Hamilton checked out during the timeout, replaced by Landon Moffitt, number 30, but that just gives more open space for Page to spot up from 3. Wagner tried to find an angle to attack, defended by Brock Hagan. He had 7 points off the bench last night for Sheridan at Eastern. Beardsley into the paint, trying to get away from the big fella. Crowder finds Wagner open, and he buries the 3.
Good patience there by Beardsley. Got trapped, found Wagner open, knocked down that 3.
And a reach-in foul against Wagner got on the arms of Page. Tonight's game presented by Tier 1 Meat Company. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we take pride in delivering locally sourced premium beef and pork, the kind of meat that honors the land, respects the craft, and fuels families with real flavor. From custom processing to mission-ready catering, we bring the firepower to elevate every meal and every moment. Founded by veterans, every cut is elite and every customer is family. Step into Tier 1 at 128 West Catherine Street in Flora, or visit us online at tier1meatco.com.
Donathan there on that out-of-bounds play, knocked down his first 2 of the evening for Sheridan.
He gave him some nice minutes last night at Eastern, scored 7 points, and listed at 6'3", the junior, but is incredibly long out there for the Blackhawks. You mentioned it off the top, Joe, a tall and long bunch here making the trip over for Sheridan. That's making life difficult for Frankfort trying to attack things here from the wing.
Oh, very, very much so, yeah. They're very athletic, strong, good height. And look, I'm going to say they're very well coached, too. They look like they are very much aware of what they're wanting to do and very comfortable in doing so.
Last year went 16-6. As we mentioned off the top, they're having their best start in program history since the 2012-13 season when they started 6-0, and a reverse layup there nicely done by Donathan as he's got 4 straight.
Page showing off the assists he can do, too. Not only score, but nice bounce pass.
That key stretch was a 18-0 run to flip a 3-3 game massively in Sheridan's favor back in the first, and they have kept their foot on the accelerator here. Looking for an angle was Michael. Goes far side. Beardsley has the angle on the baseline, but then closing it out for the block was the big fella Crowder. Halfway home in the second, Sheridan racing up the floor with Donathan. Falling for it and attacking was Moffitt, but he traveled.
Traveling call there on Sheridan. That's only their second turnover of the game. Doing a good job taking care of the basketball, the Blackhawks are.
Jaden McBee back on here for the Hot Dogs. Jordan Brannon, freshman, getting some varsity minutes here. Nice Euro step to the cup, and Michael finishing on the left side of the rim.
Nice drive by Jack Michael, getting his first two.
Donathan off balance, and he double pumps and makes it a tough shot there for Desh Donathan.
That was, here we go. Take another look at that. Good dump down to Donathan. Oh, yeah. And one. Good body control.
Number 2 on Emory. Tonight's game presented by Fiberhawk. Now available, Fiberhawk Fiber Internet. Super fast speeds, no more buffering, perfect for all sizes of business. Fiberhawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more on our offerings and availability, go to fiberhawk.com or call 765-922-HAWK. Fast, affordable. Fiberhawk. Donathan unable to convert on that three-point play. But then a turnover on the other end as the ball slipped through the hands there of Jordan Brannon. Running the floor, nice feed, and Wisman able to pirouette his way in for a deuce.
That's a nice term, pirouette. I think that's a good, apropos. He's kind of trying to get his balance there. Got both feet stationary underneath him, laid it up for two.
Had all 10 of his points in the first half last night in the win at Eastern. Sheridan's been road warriors after they played 7 of their first 9 games at home last year. They have been on the road for 3 of their first 4. Thankfully, after this, they get to host their own holiday tournament, and they'll have a couple of more home games when you get over to the month of January. But it's a big contrast from doing 7 of 9 at home a year ago than to being in a bus for pretty much the first 2 months of the year.
Yeah. Well, I would say the way they're coached, the way they look,
hasn't affected them too
much.
much.
I think they're handling it pretty well.
Scoring 70 a night. Now you're like, maybe they'll say, you know what, we'll play every game on the road at this point.
Right.
Off balance, Page heaves it up, back iron. Brannon fighting against a couple of different Blackhawks for it, kicked away. Wisman diving on the floor, then he turns over and is able to save it. Page over to the corner, fake step to the side, and another 3 is down the hatch. 5 of 8 from distance is Trey Page.
Holy cow. That is a smooth, I said that earlier, not to be a repeater here, but that's a smooth-looking jump shot.
Came into the night making 42% of his threes after cashing in on 39 of them, or 39% a season ago, making 71. A deadly outside shooter, Trey Page, and trying to go verticality there was Wisman, but he might have had a little hip check on the attack there for Frankfort.
Barry doing a good job taking that collision, keeping the shot up high, going to get an opportunity for 2 free throws.
Wamplers is a place where recycling always makes sense. Please call Wamplers at 659-3721 for all of your trash, recycling, and scrap needs. Wamplers Disposal Service and Recycling, family owned since 1948.
Barry knocking down that first free throw. He's coming in at 63% tonight on his free throws. 2 for 2.
And for the Dogs, I think it's important that you just see the ball start to go through the hoop no matter what. I know the score is lopsided in Sheridan's favor, but just to see something going good on the offensive end.
Anything positive right now is key.
They leave Spencer open. He hits nothing but glass. That was 98 seconds left to go here in the second. Frankfort trying to muster up some offense here before recess. Barry with a hand in his face. Air ball, and blocking everyone out of the way was Wisman. Hamilton's been on the bench for a while here for Sheridan, their leading scorer on the year. Nice kick back. Donathan, three-point try off the rim. Tapped out. Sheridan trying to hustle and save it, but stepping out of bounds on the save attempt there was the sprinting Trey Page.
You look here, as you mentioned, Page trying to get a save, couldn't quite get his foot down in time.
But if you're Sheridan, you got to like the hustle there out of Page when you're up by 30, but still playing like it's only a three-point lead.
Yeah.
Brandon at the controls here for Frankfort as we dip below a minute to play here in the first half. Michael around a screen. Back to the screener in Beardsley. After a brief time in the zone, Sheridan has gone back to the man-to-man, and Beardsley able to draw the hand check foul there on Hagan. Number 2 on the Blackhawks.
You can see replay here of Charlie taking it in the lane. Charlie has yet to score this evening, but still love to see him stay aggressive, get in there and try to get some fouls, get to the free throw line. Make something happen.
Wagner claps, gets quick release from 3. Too strong. Zhang trying to fight amongst everybody, but it's Donathan with those long arms coming out of the scrum with it. Here's Donathan right down the lane. Floater rolls off. Put back from Hagan, no good, but it'll go to the line.
Sheridan showing once again their dominance on the offensive glass. Number 25, Hagan, an offensive rebound, got an opportunity here for 2 free throws.
They crash the glass so hard with that height and length. If you don't get a good box now, they're almost, if they're not going to get the rebound clean, they're going to at least have a chance at a 50-50.
Yeah, Frankfurt's standing side by side with them. That's just not going to do you any good if you're a Frankfurt player. Got to box them out.
Get a look at first-year head coach Albert Hendricks. Spent the last 15 years as the head coach at Lebanon. Who made some news this week. They're going to be leaving conferences and joining the Hoosier Heartland Conference coming up in about 2 years from now. So the conference foes with Sheridan a couple years down the road. Rebound by Wisman. 13 seconds left. Nobody guards Donathan right in front, and he banks her home. 8 first-half points for Desh Donathan.
Good outlet. Pass there. Head up by Sheridan. At least another easy 2.
Beardsley before the horn. Got it. Charlie Beardsley.
Good job, Charlie. Knocking down that three-pointer. Hopefully that carries over to the second half for Charlie Beardsley and the Hot Dogs.
Good look there for Beardsley. Knocks down his second 3 of the campaign. But it's all Sheridan at the break as they lead by 29 here after 60 minutes of play. You're watching Indiana Boys High School basketball on the Hot Dog Network and the ISC Sports Network.
At Wampler's Disposal and Recycling, we take pride in offering waste management for commercial and residential clients. As an industry leader, Wampler's Disposal and Recycling brings the most professional and responsive collection service in the business. Since 1948, our family-owned and operated company has provided excellent service at competitive rates. We offer container rentals as well. Our longevity in the industry is a testament to our excellent service. We serve all of Clinton, Tippecanoe, Boone, Howard, and Carroll counties. For all your waste removal needs, call Wampler Services Incorporated today. You can reach us at 765-659-3721. Visit us online at wamplerservicesinc.com.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Day and Ginda Funeral Home, proudly putting family first, strives to care and honor the families of Clinton and Carroll County in ways that share the loved one's story. In our effort to serve your family at the highest of quality, we have added our own crematories, one for your loved one and another crematory for your furry family members. Contact us for information on how we can serve your family. Day and Ginder Funeral Home, putting family first.
Halftime here at Case Arena. A lot of ugly sweaters around the building tonight with Christmas just 5 days away. Joe, is your Christmas shopping done?
Yeah, I'm pretty good shape.
Look at you.
I'm pretty good shape,
boy.
yeah. I don't know if my wife is listening or not, but if she is, yeah, I'm pretty good.
That's good. And for all of you other folks, you got 5 days, so you're on the clock.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No,
but
that's plenty of time.
Yeah, you got
But
time.
we're good. So, yeah.
First half here, Lee got as big as 30 at one point for Sheridan. They lead by 29 here at the break. First half segment tonight presented by the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Thoughts on the first half so far?
Wow. Very impressed with Sheridan. 4-0 coming in. You can see why. Very well put together, very organized, know exactly what they want to do. They share the ball extremely well on the offensive end. Defensively, they got into Frankfort early, had their offense, Frankfort's offense, that is, pushed way out on top, played a little zone, mainly man-to-man. They definitely controlled the first half, obviously leading 46-17 here at half, but very impressive first half by the Sheridan Blackhawks.
Frankfort did get that late three by Beardsley before the horn. They'll try to roll that into the second half. Here from Case Arena as we get ready for our final game before the Christmas holiday. Here for Sheridan and Frankfort on the Hot Dog Network and the ISC Sports Network.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable. To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99. Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
In this town, game day starts long before kickoff. It's the work behind the scenes that makes champions. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we prep with the same focus, discipline, and pride as the hometown heroes we feed. From our block to your block, fuel every victory. Tier 1 Meat Company. Mission, feed the fans. Standard, champion quality. Scan the QR code for a game day upgrade.
Halftime highlights brought to you by Fiberhawk. Fast, affordable Fiberhawk. And the two teams, Joe, traded threes to start. And it was a nice knockdown right there from Matthew Berry to tie this thing at 3. And then after that, it was 18 straight for Sheridan as they turned off the offensive big way.
You see the dust from the trail that the Sheridan Blackhawks left the hot dogs in there from then on. But going to see a lot of highlights here from Sheridan. Wow. I mean, number 24, Hamilton. Good first half by him. We had him for 13. And number 14, Page, which you're going to see him right there knock down a three-pointer. 15 big ones in that first half. Very, very smooth first half by Sheridan on the offensive end. You see a good lead pass there up to Hamilton, laying it in for 2. Mentioned it a few times, and it should be worth mentioning again. Sheridan coming in averaging 19 assists for a game. And you can see why they share the ball very, very well. Heads up on the dribble, looking for open players, and they knock down the shot, so the assists are made that way. So very, very impressive first half by Sheridan. You can see Wagner hit his two of his 5, Wagner 5, and Barry 5. Both of those leading Frankfort. Here's a little alley-oop there from number 24 up and in. When Frankfort went to man-to-man for about one possession, went
That was the one.
Yeah, went back to the zone after that. So, but it's a hard matchup for Frankfort, playing man-to-man or zone, whatever you want to do tonight. So, get to see Emery coming in there with the floater knocking down 2 there. So, and one more time there for Mr. Hamilton playing through the contact and an and 1. So, just many highlights there for Sheridan in the first half.
As Joe mentioned, 19 assists per night for Sheridan. That is on an average of 26 made baskets, so they very rarely have any isolation plays that result in a hoop. Hamilton had 10 of his 13 in the first half. Three-point shooting for Page was fantastic. He missed his first 2 to start. He made his 5 out of his last 6. All Sheridan here at half on the Hot Dog Network and the ISC Sports Network.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
At Day and Genda Funeral Home, we embrace change while staying true to timeless values. Our commitment to putting families first remains steadfast. With up-to-date practices and unwavering compassion, we offer the highest quality of service for your loved ones. Trust to serve your family with a classic commitment in modern times. Day and Genda Funeral Home, putting family first.
Halftime adjustments presented by JXN Stump Solutions, rooted in service, driven to remove. We'll start with Frankfort down 29 here as we go to start the third quarter. What would you like to see them do? Or actually, let me change that. What would you like to see them continue to do well that they did in the first half that you liked?
Well, I think, one of our keys was patience. And I thought for the most part Frankfort was patient. They took a few quick shots, led up for runouts for Sheridan. But, for Frankfort, it's going to be tough. Down 46-17. Let's just stay patient on the offensive end, work the ball around, get a good shot, take the drive when it's available, see if you can get some contact, fouls on Sheridan to get to the free throw line. For Sheridan, just more of the same, what they do, and they do very well. I'm sure they'll work the ball around, get it to the open guy, and Frankfort's probably going to come out in the zone. We'll see what happens here on the defensive end, but 46-17, Sheridan, your leader. Uphill for Frankfort, but you just got to keep your head in the game, do what you got to do.
How tough is it trying to defend this two-headed monster that Sheridan has of Page, who was their leading scorer a year ago, their leader in made threes, and now you had Hamilton, who's scoring 7 points per game more, which doesn't sound like it's 7 points a game, but 7 points a game is a lot for a kid to go from 1 year to the next.
Yeah, that's a good number, and it's just a tough matchup, man to man, for Frankfort with either one of those. You got to have the right height, the quickness, and the speed and the strength. So we'll see what Frankfort and they're going to come out in the man to man and see what we got.
Down to the big man Crowder, kicking out to Page, who was red hot in the first half, making 5 threes. Crowder, bully ball, almost lost his footing. Mid-range Jay Hamilton rattles it in.
Hamilton picking up right where he left off in that first half and knocked down his first shot.
That'll move us to a running clock situation here early on in the third. Beardsley, end of the half with a 3. Little pull up here, off target to the right, and Page goes up high for the miss.
Beardsley missed that shot, but that's a shot I think he's got to continue to look for.
Hamilton putting on the deck against Brannon. Long 2 from Spencer off the iron. Crowder, the tallest player on the floor, turn around, and he tried to put it up and in and was fouled on the attempt.
Number 50 here, Crowder, offensive rebound, goes right back up strong. Charlie Beardsley picking up his second foul on that play.
Tonight's game presented by Abstract Technology Group. Doing IT differently, but making it simple. Abstract Technology Group does exactly that, whether you're located in Indianapolis, Lafayette, or all points surrounding and in between. Call 765-420-TECH or visit abstracttechgroup.com. We're Abstract, making it simple.
Crowder getting 1 of 2 on the free throws there for his first point of the evening. Crowder averaging a little over 3 points a game.
This is a young man at 6'7", 240 that did not play any varsity basketball a year ago and has been the starter from day one this season as Wagner able to float one in. Pierman off to Page. Doesn't need a lot of space to let a shot fly. Michael threw his hand in there and deflected the pass, but Pierman with a head of steam. Too strong, but right underneath Crowder's there to clean it up.
Yeah, Crowder cleaning up on the offensive rebound there.
Wagner outside to Michael, defended by Hamilton. Wagner didn't play against Frankfort last year. That was, or against Sheridan last year. That was a couple of the games he missed with that calf injury that he suffered early in the campaign. Reading that pass, Pierman, and he's off to the races and home free for the breakaway layup.
Good anticipation on that pass by Pierman.
One of the three Blackhawks that averages double-figure points on the year at just about 12, their third leading scorer. Beardsley runs into Crowder, but still able to snake his way around for a pretty finger roll.
Good to see Charlie be aggressive, go to the basket. I've mentioned that a couple times. He's got to continue to do that. And it's not just for this evening for Charlie Beardsley. I think he needs to have some success with that, so that'll carry over into 26 for him.
Page saves it from the baseline. Spencer looking for help in Hamilton, but couldn't get it to him. Pierman out near the volleyball line, off to the left. Spencer has it, then Crowder just cleans everybody away, and wide open spaces for Spencer to lay it in.
That was unique. Crowder just kind of turned around. Everybody just whoosh.
6'7", 240, you're going to whoosh a lot of people in the paint.
That's right.
Just over 3 minutes in here to the third. Michael has the cutter down the lane. Nice move from Wagner, but just couldn't finish as he had a step there on Page.
Yeah, good pass by Michael, just Wagner not able to finish.
Page calling for it. He's open for a three, trying to find number 6. That one long. Tapped around and corralled by Barry. Wagner into traffic. Nice cut on the baseline. Michael tucks and then fires it up top to the wide open Matthew Barry for 3.
Nice looking play there by Frankfort. Michael on the baseline kicked it out. Barry knocked down the 3.
Second triple tonight for Matthew. They are working it into Crowder a lot here in this third quarter. And Joe, I was thinking about it for a guy that didn't play any varsity basketball last year as a sophomore. He's averaging 3 and 3 points and rebounds here in the early going. But you look at how he can get 2 more months under his belt. By the time you get to sectional time in March, this guy might be a real force to go with the other double-figure scores they have around him.
Yeah, you wonder, would have been nice to be a little mouse in the locker room there. I wonder if they're making a conscious effort to get that ball to Crowder to give him some experience on the offensive end, give him some confidence. Might need that coming down the road, as you said.
Hamilton skies in for the missed free throw. Didn't get it the first time, neither did the second. And then Brannon snatches that rebound out of traffic. Page trying to force Wagner to his left. McBee calls, gets, pulls, and hits.
Nice little jump shot there for McBee, his first 2 of the evening.
On the other end, Page from about the same distance, but Crowder's the only one there for the miss, and he is feasting on misses here in this third quarter. Has 6 points, all in this third frame. Beardsley, nice spin move in the paint for a tough 2.
Attaboy, Charlie. Stay aggressive, stay after it, get some of those shots to go, get your confidence. Going to need those coming down the road the rest of the year.
Tonight's game presented by JXN Stump Solutions. Tired of unsightly tree stumps ruining your yard? Let us take care of it. We've got the equipment and experience to get the job done right. We offer 3 tiers of service that will rejuvenate your yard, all at competitive, budget-friendly rates. Just call 765-242-9523 today for a free estimate. JXN Stump Solutions, rooted in service, driven to remove. You mentioned Beards there with a couple of nice moves. He had the 3 to end the half, and that pretty little spin move there off the pivot foot. And you can see for a guy was one of the more experienced guys coming back from last year's team, you could really use to kind of have him kind of be the torchbearer and the leader for this bunch with all that experience.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he has the ability to get in the lane there, create some mismatches, hopefully for Frankfort. Can make some passes, knock down some shots. Got to have it.
Page on a handoff, didn't initially throw it to Hamilton, then threw it into traffic, and it got intercepted by Frankfort. Brannon got his mitts on that errant pass. They leave Wagner open. Shimmies his way around Wisman, got into trouble. McBee tried to back down Wisman, the backup post player who's taking the spot of Crowder here with 3 to go left in the third. Beardsley's runner goes full extension and gets the roll.
Charlie Beardsley having a nice third quarter offensively.
Page, no, but the one-hand put back for Spencer, yes.
Nice one-handed tip there for Spencer. Nicely done.
He's up to 7. Beardsley has 9, 6 of them here in this third quarter. Baseline McBee using his size, that strong left hand, and he's got 4 here in the third.
McBee showing a nice offensive move there.
Pierman, Spencer going baseline, wraps it from block to block. Wisman couldn't convert. Brennan with another rebound. Nice showing here for the freshman on the glass.
He's getting a lot of opportunity to play tonight. Doing a good job.
Beardsley's transition 3 is short. As Hamilton has it in the corner, Spencer just beyond the free throw line. Nope. And another rebound for Brennan. Brennan listed at just 5'10", but a pretty long freshman out there.
I just was looking at that ironically too. I thought he'd be a little taller than that.
Got to get at least a six on there on the left-hand column.
Yeah.
As Wagner hit on the top of the head.
Players looking at him, I think.
Oh,
head-to-head shot there with Sheridan's number 14, Page.
Tough one there for Wagner to take. As athletic trainer Carol Hoagland out to take a look at the second-team All-Sagamore Conference pick from a season ago. New conference this year for Frankfort, as we mentioned off the top. New members of the newly formed Monon Athletic Conference. The Hot Dogs, one of the founding members of that conference, and left the Sagamore and have joined the Monon this year. With the likes of Cascade, Crawfordsville, Greencastle, North Montgomery, North Putnam, Western Boone, and Southmont.
I think you got them.
I think I got all of them. I had to lean around a couple banners.
I was going to say, it's a good thing we got them posted up here on the wall for us.
I haven't had them memorized yet.
Yeah. We just know where to look. We're good.
That's right. They also have, six out of the 8 nicknames in the conference are some of the more unique high school nicknames you'll find anywhere.
That is true. That's true. Maybe the fourth quarter we can knock a few of those down.
I think so. That's what we call in the business a tease.
Yeah.
Beardsley teasing and driving. He's got 11 in the ball game, 8 here in the third. A nice showing for Charlie here out of the locker room.
It's great to see for Frankfort. Beardsley showing that aggressiveness, gaining some confidence, scoring in the lane.
Donathan, long off the heel. Barry with the miss, and the Hot Dogs quickly move up the floor. Beardsley thinks about taking it himself. There's another crafty move. He folded it around Hamilton. It just rolled off. Pogo stick, and there's Donathan with those long arms to the board for Sheridan. Floater might have been blocked by Brandon, and he's going to get called for the foul.
Let's see if we get a replay here. Yeah. Good aggressive defensive play there by Brandon. He just goes straight up, not slap down on the ball.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Frankfort Eagles, Post 976, serving our community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, the Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, please visit FOE.com or stop by 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. They are the members of the newly formed Monon Athletic Conference. As Donathan knocks down a couple of freebies. He's the third Blackhawk in double figures tonight. 30 seconds left to go here in the third. Sheridan blew this game open back in the first after the game was tied at 3. Beardsley's runner doesn't drop, but stepping on the baseline on the inbound, actually not getting back into the court of play was Donathan. You'll look at it right here. He's out of bounds. Still out of bounds, that left foot on the baseline.
Yep. Frankfort caught a break there, going to get the ball back underneath their basket.
Emery claps for it and got it. Sheridan back to the zone look for the first time here in the third quarter. Taryn Emery looking for a slice of space to attack. Gets it in the corner with 3, with 2. Frankfort's got to go quick. McBee before the buzzer, off the rim. And that brings our third quarter to a close. 28-point lead for Sheridan as we go to the fourth. Here are on the Hot Dog Network and the ISC Sports Network.
We've all heard the question, if a tree falls in a forest, does it make a sound? Honestly, we're not sure either. But what we do know is that if it falls in your yard, it usually leaves behind an unsightly stump that you'll be stuck mowing around. At Jackson Stump Solutions, we'll get rid of that stump for good, and here's the best part. We offer free estimates, so you'll know the cost before the work begins. We deliver quality work from a professional, locally owned company with a commitment to leaving your property cleaner, safer, and stump-free. Contact us today at 242-9523. At Jackson Stump Solutions, we're rooted in service and driven to remove.
Sheridan on top, 62-34. Just the 6th all-time meeting between these two teams. The series started back in the 2020-2021 season. Sheridan winning by 1 at home. First matchup here at Case Arena went big time in Frankfort's favor in December of 2021, a 93-46 win. It's a 3-2 Sheridan advantage as the Blackhawks try to pick up the first road win in the series all time, as the series we mentioned just started back 5 or 6 years ago.
I think Sheridan put themselves in good position here to do that, starting the fourth quarter.
They've already got 3 in double figures with Page and Hamilton, their top 2 scorers on the year, leading the way with 15. Beardsley fouled on the first possession of the fourth, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Here you can see Charlie Beardsley going in strong, picking up that foul opportunity for 2 free throws.
Tonight's game is brought to you by... Go ahead there, Joe.
I was just going to say quickly, Charlie coming in at 75% on his free throws.
Much improved from 59% a year ago.
Excellent point. Go right ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt there.
No, you are good. Tonight's game is brought to you by Day and Genda Funeral Home, with locations in Frankfort, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville. The compassionate and experienced staff at Day and Genda Funeral Home are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved one. For more information on services and our community involvement, please visit dayandgenda.com. Day and Genda Funeral Homes, where we put family first. So Charlie able to get both of them there. He's had a really nice second half, getting 10 of his 13 here after recess. And Beardsley will pick up foul number 3 as he had a forearm in the back of Hamilton right there.
I think Charlie kind of lost his balance coming down the lane there and just couldn't get woed down. Charlie's 3rd foul of the evening.
Crowder, who had all 6 of his points so far tonight in that third quarter, coming in here. Tallest player on the floor. Kick out. Hamilton, not a lot of threes. Rolls that one off the back rim, and here comes the fast break for Frankfort. And then Emery stomps on the break, slashing in. Michael, runner, no. Crowder with the foul. Number 2 on him.
See the replay here. Jack Michael, full steam ahead, come laying it in there. Opportunity for 2 free throws for Michael.
Second leading scorer for the Hot Dogs last year at 9 per game, trying to find a scoring rhythm here, just averaging 4 here in the early going.
That's a good point. That would be a good opportunity for Michael and for Frankfort, man, if he could find a little scoring punch here towards the end of this year and heading into 26. That would be a good thing for Frankfort.
Rebound McBee in traffic. Nice patient take. Doesn't get it the first time. Second time, just rolls off the rim. A tough break there for the hardworking Jaden McBee.
Couple good offensive rebounds, but we just didn't get it finished.
Double pump. Pierman doesn't drop. But is going free throw lines here. Mentioned a couple of games coming up for Frankfort. They'll play as part of the Indiana Kitchen Classic at Delphi High School. They play Winnemac coming up on the 29th. If they win, they'll either play Rossville or North Newton. And they have a potential to play, and then they'll play 2 games potentially on the 30th. So still some time, but as you mentioned before, the calendar moves to January, trying to get Jack Michael and Lucas Wagner back into this thing.
That's it. So is that game against Winnemac, is that at Delphi?
I believe it is at Winnemac.
It's at Winnemac.
I believe it's at
okay.
Winnemac, yes.
At Winnemac.
To start, yeah.
All right.
I think everything, if I read it correctly, I think everything will then shift over to Delphi on the 30th.
After the first game?
Yeah, on the day on the 29th, I believe.
Okay. That's good to know. Some of the listeners might, for some extra holiday basketball there, work that in maybe.
Time out here on the floor, and you're going to see a lot of those holiday tournaments. You have one at North Central High School, obviously the Phil Cox in Kokomo, the one in Delphi, and so there's a lot of places after the Christmas holiday, particularly on Monday the 29th and Tuesday the 30th. If you're a basketball fan here in the state of Indiana, you can just go camp out from 10 in the morning till 6 at night at some of these places.
Yeah.
Pay a $7 ticket and watch a ton of hoops.
Man, you could, and that's a great point. I remember growing up in the state of Indiana. I think the holiday tournaments were I don't know, I'm not going to say more important, but they seemed to be more abundant. You had a lot more holiday tournaments going on than you do today. But as you mentioned, there are some really nice ones in the Indianapolis area where they start early and finish late with some really, really good games.
Also have another one coming up here in the next couple of days over at the Newcastle Fieldhouse, which celebrated its 1,000th game all-time last night for the home of the Newcastle Trojans, formerly known as Chrysler Fieldhouse, the largest high school gym in the world. If you haven't seen a ball game there, go there as soon as you can. Check that off your bucket list. It is fantastic.
It is a neat arena.
They also have fantastic popcorn, and I'm not saying that
they really do.
And I'm not saying this because they gave me 8 free bags when I was leaving one. I'm not saying this because they gave me
only 8. Well, you should have had a pretty good taste by then.
I did. I only took one, and they said you can take the rest of it. I go, say less. I go, okay, thank you very much. The bad thing is the next time I went back, no popcorn. I thought I was gracious enough, and I looked like I was really excited, and just the word must have gotten out in between those 2 games, because then there was nothing left for poor little old me.
Yeah, well, they said, oh, my God, here comes that guy again getting all that popcorn.
Get out of here. Get rid of it.
Well, regardless, Newcastle, that is a cool place. A lot of good teams, a lot of good players coming through there.
Emery, corner 3, perfect.
Emery's first 3 ball of the night. Puts him up to 5 points.
Pierman slashes and draws the foul on McBee. The other interesting note last night over there at Newcastle, they had the first ever player that scored a basket in the arena there last night. Was a member of Newcastle.
Wow, that's a neat thing. That's a neat thing.
Tonight's contest is brought to you by Healthy Communities of Clinton County. Healthy Communities of Clinton County offers free navigation services for all pregnant women. A licensed nurse is available to help you with free pregnancy tests and prenatal vitamins, insurance assistance, prenatal appointment assistance, smoking or vaping cessation, breastfeeding, labor, delivery, safe sleep, car seat, and newborn care education. Call Libby at 765-659-6063 for more information. I keep cutting you off with these ad reads. I'm sorry, my friend.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I was just going to ask you, talking about Newcastle.
Yes.
Is Steve Alford, is he the all-time leading scorer for the Newcastle Trojans? I'm just thinking.
I would think that would be the safe bet.
That would
I would
be
think.
a good
yeah,
guess.
I would. If he's not, then that person's a great answer to a trivia question. But I would go yes. I would believe Mr. Alford would be the all-time leading scorer for the Trojans. He's got a very nice poster that they have up of him behind the normal broadcast location there on kind of the concourse mezzanine area. Wagner in traffic finds Barry in the corner. Off the heel, Beardsley able to soar in for the rebound. Attacks again. Hamilton swats that shot away from behind.
Good offensive rebound by Beardsley. Just got that shot blocked.
Pierman slashing and darting his way in for a fancy layup.
Nice layup, Pierman. You're right, darting and slashing. That's a good description.
A dozen for Pierman, a dozen for Donathan, 15 apiece for Page and Hamilton. Donathan dribbling that steal on the baseline. Brandon back on the floor here for the Hot Dogs.
Freshman Brandon, number 24, back in for Frankfort, seeing a lot of court time this evening, getting good experience.
Gets it here, thought about the open look at three, gives way to Emery, who fires. Hit the rim and gets that home court bounce. A little fist pump for Taryn going back to the other end.
Wow. Nice. That's an interesting. You just don't see three-point shots bounce that softly that many times up there, but good job for Emery. Knocked down his second three of the evening.
It's got him up to 8 points here in the ball game. Timeout on the floor here for Frankfort. Attention all engaged couples, discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's best of weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside Frankfort, Indiana, our venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities. We provide the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. Joe, you mentioned the bounces coming off of the rim, and this made me think that the game I was doing last night at North Putnam, their baskets retract up and down from the roof, so they have these pesky seat belts and wires that hang from the ceiling. The same player last night for Cascade in their game at North Putnam had 2 soft threes that hit the rim, went straight into the air, and probably had a really good chance to go in. The problem is they hit the wire once and the seat belt the other time.
Oh,
and it was just, and you could see the look on his face was going,
man, I had
again.
that. Man, I had that.
And so does your heart breaks for a shooter like that. You're like, I got the soft bounce because you get an opportunity right there like Emery, hit high into the air, came right back down, and then just rolled in with a little bit of English.
Yeah, absolutely. Make a quick note here. Frankfort hanging around 69-47. Probably not going to get there, but they are not quitting. They're playing hard, still doing the right things. What you'd expect from a Coach Hendricks team.
Page, a catch and shoot three. Nope. Hamilton offensive board, fouled, and another and one here for Devin Hamilton, as a lot of the main rotation guys still out here for Sheridan right now.
Good strength there by Hamilton. That rebound, playing through contact, going to get an opportunity for an and one.
You can see why he's the team leader in boards at about 7 per game. But look at the rest of the numbers for Devin Hamilton on the year. We mentioned up 7 points per game and from scoring a year ago, 3 more rebounds and 4 more assists and 1 more steal. He has taken a quantum leap for junior to senior year.
I mean, it's not just scoring, but he's rebounding, good assists, steals. He can do a little bit of everything. Good player.
Barry attacking. McBee looked hard at a 3 with Hagan guarding him. Wagner spun into a double team. Hamilton comes out to help. They bounce it outside the arc to Emery. Wagner open on the baseline. Nice head fake to draw 2. McBee powering his way in. Corner 3, Barry halfway down and out. Weak side rebounds, Donathan, and quickly up the floor to Page for Sheridan. Euros, floats, and gets 2 more.
Page first 2 of the second half, I believe. Puts him up to 17.
And a flurry of threes, going 5 of 8 from 3 in the first half. Has not made a 3 yet here in the second. Long 3 off target from Emery. Hamilton right down the lane, all 84 feet. Did everything and kept set getting the finish as Wagner has got bodies falling all over him as he was underneath the hoop.
Not sure what the final call here was, but Barry came down with the rebound there and the ball flipped. I'm not. Anyway, whatever the call, Sheridan's going to have the ball out of bounds underneath.
Actually, it looks like it was.
Take it back.
That was the I had Frankfort down for 4, but an extra foul in there, so 5 against the Dogs, and free throws here from Mr. Brock Hagan. Tonight's game is being produced by the fine students of Frankfort High School as part of the partnership between Hot Dog TV and the ISC Sports Network. At ISC, we couldn't be more proud of the efforts of Richard Salee, who heads up the program at Frankfort, and all the students taking part in this year's telecasts. Thank you for your hard work. As always, you can catch almost every boys and girls basketball game all season long on ISC and Hot Dog TV. Our great crew tonight have given up part of their winter break to come hang out with us for the evening.
And they do a great job. Good job, everyone. We appreciate it.
Unable to cash in on both of those freebies. There was Brock Hagan. 4 from the stripe tonight is he. Michael just tried to slither his way to the rim. Pitch out to Emery. In Frankfort having trouble trying to break through that arc. Michael, nice little hesitation, and his shot slapped away from behind by Moffitt. Moffitt 6'3", long arms. They work it up the floor to Hagan, but that all starts on the other end thanks to Moffitt's trail block.
That was a good ball movement. Once again, Sheridan sharing the ball, passing, good assists. Something they do very well.
Subs coming in here for Sheridan with the number 45, Rylan Garner, and number 42, Corbin Webster, as the Blackhawks empty the bench. Evening's concluding here for Trey Page and Devin Hamilton. And, Joe, they lived up to the billing tonight. They were nothing short of fantastic, particularly the shooting display that we saw from Page in the first half.
Yeah, that really set the tone for Sheridan. But very impressed with the Blackhawks tonight. They're very well balanced ball club. Inside, outside stuff going on. Guys that can score. They defend well. They play hard. Smart basketball. Be interesting to see what they do the rest of the year.
There's a crowd favorite James Lozano getting some varsity time here tonight, along with Cameron Zhang, Lucas Rushton, and Jordan Brandon remaining out on the floor as well, as both teams are getting some of the younger fellows onto the varsity floor tonight. Also Xavier McIntosh out there as well for the Hot Dogs. There's a look at Rushton.
I think you did a good job there getting everybody named and taken care of.
Pass inside. Garner couldn't convert. A lot of these JV guys, as we mentioned off the top, Rushton, Lozano, and Brandon coming through with a pretty nice win over Sheridan's JV team here to start. They're on a nice streak here as of late.
Yeah, they did a good job tonight, the JV did. Good to see them have success.
Moffitt races to the other end and gets a 2. Congratulations again to the Frankfort 8th grade boys basketball team, winners of the inaugural Monon Athletic Conference Championship with a 3-point win last night on the road at Western Boone. So obviously everybody wanting to focus on the here and now, but you look ahead, the 8th grade team, they're going to be here a year from now. You look at the JV guys, the way they're playing. The youth, they're not messing around. They're ready to come in and jump in and start getting Case Arena rocking.
Absolutely. Need to do that.
Oh, nice shot. McIntosh, hello. 3-pointer, catch and shoot, unafraid.
Nothing but the bottom of the net there.
Nicely done by the senior. Donathan able to save it off the feed from Webster. Garner tried his hand at a 3. Hagan tracks it down in the corner. Poked at a couple different times. Rebound put back doesn't go for Donathan, and Hagan soars over everybody. When you got guys like Brock Hagan, who sees limited time for you, and a speedster like Moffitt, and you're Sheridan, you have gotten a like when you can put any of these guys in if they need to spell somebody.
Yeah, they just started early on the continuance there of the domination of the offensive glass and just have done that the whole game long, Sheridan has.
Hagan trying to lock in here from the free throw line. Came into the weekend 0 of 2 on free throws. So it's 0 of 5 here this evening in Frankfort. And he gets that one to go right there. 3 points here for Brock off the bench. Zhang trying to find an edge. Here's Lozano. Jump stop. Pitch back to Brandon. Zhang bluffed the 3. Pro hop blocked on the attempt by Donathan. He's going to stick here with the Hot Dogs. 25 seconds left in this one. Rushton trying to find help and finds it in Lozano. Brennan between the legs bounce. He attacks aggressively, draws 4, out to Lozano, 3, no. Save from Donathan, too low for Garner to make a stab at. And into the good seats, and it'll go back to the Hot Dogs for the final 4.8.
Quick note there on Sheridan. I have them for that's only their 5th turnover of the evening. They've done a great job taking care of the basketball.
Between that and their high assist numbers, they are a lethal bunch with that. So just 5 turnovers on the night, and Sheridan comes away with the first road victory in the all-time series between themselves and Frankfort, winning tonight 79-50. We'll step aside, come back with our post-game show next here on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business-class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact FiberHawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Back at Case Arena, post-game show presented by the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Sheridan comes in, picks up their second straight win against Frankfort, and moves their all-time record against the Hot Dogs to 4-2, and picks up the first road victory in the all-time series as well that just started back in the 2020-2021 season, winning tonight 79-50. They led 46-17 at halftime, and Sheridan really flexed their muscles here early and often. Game was tied at 3, and they went on that gigantic run that really gave them plenty of breathing room back in the first.
Yeah. After that 3-3 tie, as you mentioned, Sheridan had things their way really for the whole game, ended up winning 79-50. But, very impressive. Gosh, they distribute the ball so evenly. They had, 4 guys in double figures tonight, led by Hamilton, 18, Page, 17, Pierman, 12, and Donathan, 12. They share the ball so well. They can score a lot of different ways. They're working on their inside game. If Crowder can get some of that going on underneath, they're a handful, and they already are a handful.
You saw Crowder with that putback right there, and all 6 of his points in the third quarter as Sheridan made a concerted effort to try to feed him a lot. Spencer gave you 7 as well for Sheridan, 2 from Wisman and 3 from Hagan to round out the scores, along with 2 from Moffitt for Sheridan tonight. Frankfort, our player of the game, brought to you by the Frankfort Eagles, post 976 is Charlie Beardsley. Was quiet at no points in the opening quarter and then finished with 13, and that 3 at the end of the first half, Joe, is what really got him going. Finished with a team-high 13.
Yeah, kind of a little jump start there right before the halftime, knocking down that 3. I ended up with 13 points. I mentioned it a few times, not to beat the record here, but, I think Charlie can give that to Frankfort on a daily game basis where, he can get to the basket. He's athletic, he's quick, he can score. So I think that's one thing. He's just got to have the confidence that he can do that, because Frankfort's going to need that.
See, look in the corner there from Taryn Emery, who finished with 8 points tonight, 5 above his season average. He knocked down a couple of threes. A nice spark off the bench tonight for the Dogs.
Frankfort, 50 points. Keep pushing that average up a little bit more at a time. Coming in about 40 points a game. Get 50 tonight. Get a few more points. Work on the defense, continue to work on that, kind of keep everybody back a little closer to you on the defensive side. So Frankfort 0-7, still working hard for that first win, but I'm sure Coach Hendricks and the guys will continue to do so.
With the win, Sheridan moves to 5-0 on the year. They have now won 8 of their last 9 dating back to last season. Quick tip of the cap as well to freshman Jordan Brandon for Frankfort. I thought he gave him some really solid minutes tonight, doing a lot of dirty work and getting some valuable experience in his first season in high school.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think he got in the scoring column, but did a lot of good things for Frankfort, and the opportunity to play tonight, and probably going to get season 4 a little bit more and more as the season goes along.
Both these teams will be off for the Christmas break. They are back for holiday tournaments. Sheridan, the one that they host, that'll come up on December 27th against Lewis Cass. Then they'll either take on Liberty Christian or Benton Central. For Frankfort, they have got the Indiana Kitchen Classic hosted by Delphi High School. They're at Winamac on December 29th. With a win that night, they'll either face Rossville or North Newton. Then they'll have 2 games coming up on December 30th. Tonight's game was brought to you in parts by Abstract Technology Group, doing IT differently, making it simple. Day and Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first. Fiberhawk, fast, affordable Fiberhawk. Healthy Communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. The Frankfort Eagles Post 976, people helping people. And the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. For everyone here on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network, we wish you a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. We'll be back with you shortly in the next couple of weeks for more high school basketball coverage here from Frankfort High School. Final score tonight here from Case Arena was Sheridan 79 and Frankfort 50. For our great crew, headed up by Director Richard Salee, replay operator tonight Connor Wood, graphics was Ethan Gephardt, our camera operators Maddox Thomas and Cameron Cook. For the great Joe Rook, my name is Rick Johnson saying so long and happy holidays from Frankfort High School and Case Arena. You've been watching Frankfort Boys High School Basketball on the ISC Sports Network and Hot Dog Network.